Just left. And that's pretty much it for the damage. Looks good. It's good. Alright, so looking back, very clean corner. A little bit of scrunch here. This was, which one is this one? This was a corner that I didn't see. Very clean corner here. No damage in the front. Clean corner here. As you can see, no damage in the front of the box. No damage in this part of the box. I'm very, very hopeful that this came in perfect condition from Joost. This is the one that I was talking about earlier that corresponds to the water damage from that corner. This one's clean. This one's clean. Also no damage in this part of the box. So that was the damaged part. This corner is clean. Top is clean, like I said before. Very clean. No damage. And I think it's also clear. No damage. Woohoo! Looks like I got lucky. We shall see. All right. Unboxing. Unboxing. Let's see. How do we open this? I know, I'm on the other side here. I'm gonna open like that. Like so. Open this like so. Open like that. Then I'm gonna ask my brother to come help me. This is the bottom. He had it tight so the product doesn't move. One of the good things when you're not the first one to receive it is that other people get to experience the problems of unpacking. So I found out in their videos that it is tied to the bottom, so you have to release it like so. Alright, so the question is, should I pull from here? No, I'm not going to pull from the bottom. Okay, now the tape. How do I want to do this? Gotta be very, very careful when you're opening things up. I can tell that this is the top because I can see the smokes, the sacks, everything here, and I can see this is where Joost put in the electronics here. This looks like the adapter. Oh no, this is the tailpipe. Wow, this thing is heavy. I did not expect that. I mean, I do own his BVS Batmobile. So the way he crafted that seems like it was mostly kind of like almost like a resin. It's very, very thick and it's very heavy. Heavier. The car itself is heavier than this whole thing. With the package and with the packaging and the shipping box and everything. So we took out the flare. This is the second package, which looks like it contains almost everything. But before you unpack, there's another part here, and this is the antenna for the hood. I'm gonna open that. The cool thing, I mean, he's completely thinking ahead. He didn't pack it with this one. He packed it separately because this one is very, very fragile to the point that I don't want to force this tape. Just cut the tape. And what's in here is the antenna for the hood. There's one. I don't think this extends up. Just plugs in. There's no difference between the two, so he just gave you two. I'm gonna put this with the flare. Put that out here. Okay, is that the only one? Yes, it is. Okay, now. So before we unbox this one, let's see what's in this bag. So we have the bag. Outside of the bag is the box, and this box contains the plug and the plug here, the adapters for the other countries. This is plugged in is for his country. I was told to remove it. You push. There's a you push here. That's gonna allow you to pull that up. Did you hear that? Let me do that again. This is the first time I've seen this plug. I'm not really accomplished. There, push, release. And now we're gonna put in so it comes with these three types of adapters. This one, here's another one. This is the one that it came with, and this is the one that's gonna fit my country. Only goes one way, so you can't screw it up. Boom. Right. So keep the other three in the box. Not like I'm ever gonna use them. Not like I'm ever gonna leave the country. Alright, so take off this tape. Take off that tape. This is going to be a long video because you are going to experience this with me if you want to. Right, so I want to make sure I don't lose anything. I'm going to use this temporarily. This is my first appearance of Gambit. I know. Well, that's not appropriate, is it? Not appropriate at all. So will you switch to this one? Where they killed Robin. That should be more appropriate. I got you. I got you. The thing that goes in front of the Batmobile. Check. The remote control. I wonder if this came with batteries. I bet you it did. Oh, and then you slide it down. It does come with batteries. Got it. I knew it. Joost would do it for sure. Huh. Ah, and these are the 3 plates. I wonder if I should put a camera up there too. There you go. 3 scenes or plates. This is gonna go to the dashboard. Check. This is the antenna. Check. I just saw this on somebody's review. What are these 2 small things in the bag? That's for the tire. The spigot where you put the air in. Just in case yours break off, you put 2 in there. Oh my gosh, that's right. I'm gonna have to stop this. A cleaning cloth, thank you, Joost. Always thinking ahead and thinking of us. By the way, I'm gonna display the one with the dancing chicks. Is that the first episode? I think this is from the first episode where Batman does the Bat-2C, which you're not gonna see me do. This is the sticker for the front back of the computer. And these are some extra stuff, computer stickers. Oh, he included more of those stickers in case from this, in case you lose it, I guess, or in case you want to. I believe these are the stickers from the manufacturer, the original manufacturer, the designer. Some more. I think this is from the fire extinguisher. Plates, optional plates if you want to. I think he has one in there already. And more the cloth face. Check. And I'm gonna put this one out. And we even have instructions this time around. So this is a licensed DC product now. Congratulations, JazzInc, for obtaining the DC Warner license to produce this officially. When this was first being instructions, initially produced, well, initially in talks with JazzInc, that's Joost's company, and the supporters, it became kind of endangered because Warner Brothers saw what he was doing and wanted to stop. Luckily, Warner Brothers was open to the idea that they would give Joost the license to produce it, and now we even have an official license for it. So thank you for that. A blessing in disguise. Okay, so that's it for the parts. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna be careful because I don't want to scratch my Killing Robin set. So I'm gonna take out the tape here on this side. I know I'm being very careful, but and it means longer tape, but it's my money. I totally am gonna do it as long as it needs to. And I'm always being aware that I might nudge the world devourer here. Let's see if he can help us with some lights. Unboxing. Yes. See that? He carved the foam out to fit the profile of the car. This was done to completely protect these 3 stacks. My goodness. Are you guys ready? Am I ready? I'm gonna uncover it, then I'm gonna stop the video. I want to glove up. Here she is. I'm hoping I have enough charge on my phone so I can do a pass by of the top of the paint before I even touch it, so I can see what the paint is like from the top. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it here, point out the things that I'm seeing that are not that's basically imperfections, but I'll tell you that it's if I'm bothered by it or not. So all right, we're gonna start from the tail, right? I've got a bunch of lights shining so you can see with me if there are any imperfections coming on the paint job. As you can see, it's all very smooth, no blemishes, and I'll look at this later on to see for myself if there's any. I have not touched the car at all at this point, and I do have gloves on. You can see with me if there's any paint blemishes because of the way the light reflects from the finishes. That's why I have a bunch of lights on. Okay. There is something that I saw that you can only see because of the reflection, the reflection of the light here. There's nothing to touch, but there seems to be some sort of square here that I can kind of see through the paint. I'm almost guessing that's probably the pour point where they pour the plastic in, but it's barely noticeable. I'm only noticing it because of the light reflection. Okay, again, going back. I'm not seeing anything. Sorry if it's juggly, but it is handheld. The paint is immaculate on the top, so I'm very, very thankful for that. Now, the first thing I saw was this. But see, that's so slight, man. I will consider that more as a imperfection that's unique to my copy. And then there's another one here. 1 and 2. Other than those 2 spots, and then okay, I saw this one some more. Very slight imperfections. I attribute it to the uniqueness of my copy. Luckily, the color is all straight on this bright orange. So, okay. I'll go back to the front again. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the car from the foam packaging. Alright, so I just finished the flyby over the top. I'm about to pull off the Batmobile out of the styrofoam, and I had to stop for a few minutes because I want to make sure I pull it out the proper way. And I remembered on Joost's Facebook group, JazzInc, he had mentioned how to do it properly, so I want to make sure I do it correctly. What he said was to pull it out of the nose. Make sure you untie the strings from below. I'm the only one here, so I'm going to try to do it my own. So I'm basically pulling from the nose, there, lifting very slowly. Okay. Then I'm going to try to pull it from one of the fins as well. I'm going to rest it on the styrofoam. Pick it up from the bottom and here. I mean, don't handle this on one-handed unless you're very good with your balance. I know what I'm doing. There is the Batmobile. Oh, I'm out of frame. Just as a quick segue, I had to stop filming because I had to construct this really quick platform. All of my Batmobiles have it. I had to construct something like this for the BVS Batmobile because, like I said, that thing is heavy. I think it's like 30 pounds or something, 20 or 30 pounds. And if you did not have a platform like this, the weight of the model was gonna sag your tires. So I decided to put it on all my Batmobiles so it moves fairly easily. I can move it bunt and all around. So there's like a dip over here because I'll show you later on the underneath of the Batmobile. There's like two components that stick out, and then I put cardboard on top of it just to make sure any surface that touches this from the Batmobile is not going to get scratched by the rough wood. It's very, very simple, very, very quick, but I have these real small walling pins and everything. So the next shot you should see is I'm going to shoot the underneath of a Batmobile just to show you guys what it's like. I kind of think it's kind of interesting. Alright guys, I've decided to show you the bottom of the Batmobile. I think it's kind of unique. I'm not going to remove those two tabs over there. So it did make the underneath model as well. It's not just a flat. That's Joost for you, just attention to detail. I probably showing you the ramp that I've created to support the wheels. The reason why it's got notches is because of these two. They kind of protrude from the bottom. So there's the bottom part of the wheel, rear wheel section. These do turn. When you turn one, the other one turns as well. You guys notice that the thread in the tires. I believe when Joost designed this is to copy the tires from the Batmobile as well. So there you go. That's how he constructed it. He's even got the engine in the bottom, man. Alright, I'll put it on the stand. We'll do some more exploring. Sorry, it's kind of wiggly, but one-handed, my friends. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put it on the little stand over there. We're going to continue with the overall inspection of the car. While I continue trying to charge my other phone so we can do this properly. I'm going to open the door very carefully. So this is absolutely brand new from the factory, so there's no scratches or anything on the side. I did note that from other collectors, as if you keep on opening, closing this and opening and all that stuff, you're going to be scratching paint alongside, so be careful when you're opening this up. Make sure you're looking at all the points of contact. So you're not scratching any paint. I'm gonna open it once while on camera, and then I'll do some zoom ins and all that stuff and see what else we can do. So I'm gonna slowly close it again. It's got these 2 points of contact, which basically creates the friction so that it stays closed. So this is going to start touching this part first. Oh, and I can see some paint rubs from that part already, so they must have tested it. So what I'll probably do, and this is what you guys might want to do, if you just start closing it like that, you'll notice it's going to hit the frame. But I've noticed that if I lift it a little bit, push it a little bit in, there's enough of a gap, I think. So it's not damaging it too much. Yep. And slide it in. Yeah. So to minimize the point of contact, I would do that when you're closing it. Be very careful. Make sure there's a gap. In the end, it did still make contact somewhere over here, but minimal contact. And then I closed it completely because this was still slightly open. Okay. I'll zoom in on that with my other phone camera once it's fully charged so I can show it again, so I'll probably open it. I'll do it on this side instead. So I don't want to open it some more. Let's see. First thing is we'll take this off. Ooh. So this was referenced by another customer of Joost that his popped out as well. So what he did was he kept on popping it out so he can put in do the work that he needs to do on the inside. I don't think it's meant to come off, but it is. I mean, it seems to be easy enough to come off and put it back in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. So what I'll do is I'll put this aside for now. If you're gonna do what I'm doing, just be careful. Make sure you don't have a lot of places where it can fall off to. It does give you easier access for the inside of the car. Because of the gloves, it's making it harder for me to grab the tape. Let's have some tools that I can use to lift the tape up. So when I'm doing this, the mentality is that it's a very expensive piece of product. I don't want to cause damage to it. So it's kind of like playing that kids game, the doctor game, where you pull out parts of the body without causing the alarm. That's how I treat it as. There's one more tape inside here with the, I think the lever. Let's see how that's connected. I'm gonna leave that on for now. So let's see. Put the dancing girls video. Make sure it's properly in the right spot. It is magnetic, so I just got to put it in like that. I think that's all I have to do on the inside. So I'm going to put this back on. Line up the posts carefully. So like I said, this is not meant to come off, but it does anyway. So it just gives you an easier access. See, comes back on just as easily. Ladder thing we need to inspect is the trunk. I'll show the inside of the trunk later on. I'll leave it up right now. So we'll switch to the phone camera and go over the paint job on the front sides and show more detail of the car. In the meantime, I'll put in the rest of the accessories whatever's left, and then I'll plug it in. Alright, so here we are. I know it's going to be shiny and bright and all that stuff, but this is one way to show any kind of paint imperfections that I might not see. I've somewhat wiped it a little bit. And yes, you're going to be seeing me wipe this down as I'm showing this on camera, so you guys can see if it is a paint defect or not. Or if it's just something that needs to be rubbed. Okay. You know what? This is my copy anyway, so you guys will have a different kind of quality. There's some smudges, some fingerprints there. It looks like it's just paint. Dirt. Okay. This is the reason why I have the lights on, because you can see. I've been holding this with a glove, so that's definitely not my fingerprints. Can I honestly get those fingerprints and run it off of some sort of database and figure out who it was? Huh? You can even see the fingerprints in there. Man, this is a fingerprint magnet, to be sure. I love it. I love the shininess of it and everything. Okay, so I can tell there's a slight, very, very slight, I don't know, right there. It's kind of hard to pick there. You see it? It's so small, man. It's so small. I'm so happy it's that small. Like I said, it just makes my copy unique. So let's see if we can open this up. One-handed. I really don't want to do it one-handed. Okay, so carefully like that. I'll concentrate on this part because it doesn't seem to rub a lot over here, but more so towards here. Okay, I want you guys to look at that gap where it's gonna hit, because it's not gonna hit here, it's gonna hit here. See right now, see, if I were to leave it, see how it's already touching. So what I do is I'll just lift it, and it has enough of a gap. See, if I drop it, that's where it touches. There's enough of a gap, so there's no contact. Minimal contact is being made to the other side of the car. This is a $1,500 piece. You want to be careful when you're touching it, okay? Or at least I will be. There's the paint rub. I don't mind that because, you know, they had to test it. They had to figure, make sure everything's working fine. So that's going to happen. And there's a paint rub right here as well. This is the one that's causing all that stuff over there. If you close it carefully, then you should not have an issue. And I think this is where it locks into these two grooves over there. So this is the deluxe version. Feels like some sort of, is this felt or is this the one that says like leather? There's the bat phone over there. That's a tape I didn't remove. I believe this is the ejection seat. I don't think that's the seat belt. I see some scratches over here. Looks like it's dirt and some sort of scratch on the, not scratch, but maybe somebody touched it while the paint was still wet. But here's the inside. I'm trying to be not as disrupted as I move the camera along, but I just want you guys to see what the inside is like. Speakers, I love that. Grill. Man, it's been so long since we've been waiting for this. We saw glimpses and everything, but not until you see it in front. You appreciate it. And this was the last change that he made. He made this bigger, and this one as well. Okay, so I'm gonna close it now. Look at the inside, see? Looks like there's a touch up over there. So I'm watching the inside close, making sure there's no contact. As you can see, I'm not gonna close it completely yet, but there's not a lot of contact in there. So okay, closing the door again. See how it's making contact as it is. There, see? So that's where it starts to scratch it. Just lift it. See? Just lift it so you have like the most minimal of spaces, so you're not touching anything. That's it. Now it's creating contact. I want to show that to you. See where that the bottom is? Yeah, that's where the contact is. That's stopping for you. And push it in. So that part, that small knob will always make contact. You can't avoid it. Okay. Going back. Line up the stripes perfectly fine for me. Going over the paint again. There's the wheels and tires again. Look at that pattern. I can't believe he went to that much on a detail. I do notice that underneath here, it seems like they didn't completely spray it, the black color of the paint. Here's the front of the car. Okay, I'm gonna flip the car over and I'll be right back. Here's the front of the car. And yes, he even put a detail of the screws in those two lights. Here's a grill. This is where you attach that battering ram. So happy. I'm so happy with this copy. Look at that man over there. He's gonna get jealous. He's gonna get moved to the other side. Look at that front. Money shot. Alright, let me move it. Okay, so here we go. A lot less gloss here in the bottom. I didn't wipe this side, so there's gonna be some smudges from the previous person who touched it. That is a paint fleck over there. Beautiful. Right there. There's that one. I'm just pointing this out. I am not unhappy with this car at all. But I'm just pointing it out because you guys are seeing it as I'm seeing it. Like I said, this is not one of those 100% perfect thing, but it is close to it as possible. These are on springs, by the way. I learned. Let me see if I can push it without the gloves being in the way. So you can see they are on springs. So that's the one that's going to hold the door in. Just push it in. It is going to make a point of contact, but you can't help it. It's just the way it is, okay? The insides are unpainted. Okay, and this one you can see the red is kind of bleeding through. The thing is, once the door is closed, I really don't think I'll be displaying it with a door open. The inside, they forgot to paint the inside there. So that's kind of cool to know that they painted it black or red first, it seems like. And then they followed through with a black. Huh. Isn't that something? Sorry. Here's the steering wheel. Somebody was saying that the numbers are reversed. They're probably right, but I can't tell. As long as these bat symbols, bat, ray projection, start button, the bat ram, I think that says, and homing. I'm looking through the glass. Homing receiver scope. Nice. The paint inside, the ones that does matter, the ones that you can't see, they're all clean and everything. The bat scope label is slightly off. I'm okay with that. And then there's this fire extinguisher. I think that's the... I'm not sure what's on that sticker. I don't need to know. He went that far into detail. I'm okay. Continuing on with... Oh, look at that. That's probably the worst one. Is that scratch. That's probably the worst one. Okay, I'm going to close it again. Careful, careful. And now it's going to hit that one. Just push it through because that thing is on spring. I mean, if you don't want to force it, look, do what I did, where I just basically went in there and pushed it closed. There. And just close it. It's not closed yet completely, okay? Just kind of push it in some more. There. Now it's closed. So, paint-wise, this one, yes, that one is definitely something that I would note as outside of my comfort level, but I'm okay. Just the one part there. And the way I'm going to display it, that's actually going to be in the back wall. Again, it's one of those, I'll chalk it up as one of those quirks as part of my Batmobile. You guys might think otherwise, but it's just, this is my Batmobile. These small characteristics are what make it mine and unique. So that's the mobile crime computer. Beautiful. Now when Joost was even in the very beginning process, he was really into making this real cloth. I mean, I'm okay whether it was plastic or not, as long as the way it was painted made it look like real cloth. But there it is, real cloth parachutes. He stuck to it. I don't know. I mean, he was like really into it. All right, let me flip it over to the other side. I'll plug it in and I'll show you the back a little bit more. But I think that's pretty much it, right? So I'll be right back. Okay, this is gonna be really wobbly. I'm sorry, but this is the only way I can show the lights. I'm gonna press A, and as you can see, it turns on the inside lights. If I press B, I believe this is going to turn on the headlights, or part of the headlights. There you go. That's B. If I press D, it's going to press, or going to turn on these lights, the yellow lights over there. Now, let's see. Still not seeing the flame come on. This was something weird. I pressed C, and what turned on was these lights. It's kind of weird because is there supposed to be some sort of like rear wheel over here, because it's just plain light over there, and then I think there's supposed to be a light for this one. Maybe I'm supposed to hold it long. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video really quick. I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna look at some video from previous reviewers. I'll be right back. Okay, I found out that when you press the D button twice, that's what's gonna turn on the flame effect lights. And I did look at a video. Those pinpricks of light in the back are supposed to be like that. There's no covering for it or anything. I guess that's the tail light section. So that's it. And so guys, thank you so much for watching. There they are. The keys has been handed to the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin, for the keys to the Batmobile. Thank you so much, Joost, and your family for doing this for us, the collectors. And yes, he did it for us, the collectors, because we have been crying for this ever since Hot Toys promised this a long time ago when they first came out with Adam West and Burt Ward Robin. And here comes Joost out of the blue. I supported his BVS Batman Justice Mobile because he hinted that he wanted to do this at a simple hint, and he did it. He's a man of his word, and even though he was initially given out a cease and desist, he did not use that as an excuse to stop, but he used that as an opportunity to see if Warner Brothers was willing to give him the license, and they did. So whoever that was, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to hold this. Wow. My collection is complete in terms of the Batman. Yes, it's complete. Except Joost is producing something I never thought I would seriously consider buy, but there are plans in the works and my bank is ready. So thank you. I hope you guys found this helpful. And I will see you soon with the next review, which won't be quite as exciting as this one. Thank you so much for watching.